Hello, everybody. Good evening, everybody. So, please, if you can hear me, kindly put it in the comment section that you can hear me, please. Let us know that we are together. If you can hear me, hello, please, can you hear me? Okay, good evening, everybody, and I want to welcome you tonight. Okay, thank you, Mama. Okay, hear me? Yes, thank you. Good evening, and I want to welcome every one of you tonight to the Women Affairs. And good evening, and welcome to Women Affairs tonight. And tonight we are talking about something that is very real and very personal tonight. And we are looking at the battle of the mind, the battle of the mind. So, and tonight I am not alone. I'm going to be doing this with somebody very special to me. She'll be joining tonight. And I just want every one of us to sit tight, invite the other people in the groups. Let's go to the group and let's invite them. And so for me tonight, I'll be here with a friend and a sister tonight. And tonight we're talking about something very, very important and something that is very relatable to women. So if you are joining me tonight, kindly put in the comment section where you are joining me from. Let me know that you are there. Thank you so much. So tonight, while we wait for our guests to join us, I want us to begin shortly tonight. So let me start with this truth. Many women are not physically tired. Many women are mentally drained. Many women, they are mentally drained. You see, a lot of women, they wake up, do what they need to be done, show up for your family, you do the school runs, you go to your work, you go to your business place, you do the ministry, you do everything needs to be done. You ensure that your marriage is intact. You ensure that everyone around you is being catered for. But you can see most times inside of your mind is very heavy. So you are not talking too much. You are feeling too much weight, a lot of weight. Most of us carry too much. And the truth is that the greatest battle that you will ever fight is not the outside battle. The greatest battle you will ever fight, it is within your mind. And that is the battlefield. The mind itself is the battlefield. If you remember the scriptures, Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7, the Bible says that as a man thinketh, so is he. So what that means that your life is moving in the direction of your thoughts. Our life is moving, always moving in the direction of our thought. So tonight, this is a very this message is like this topic is a very personal topic to me, because every one of us will see ourselves in this discussion of tonight, and it is important that we take it very seriously. And when I was studying, I noticed that a statistics show that an average person has about 6,000 thoughts daily. Okay, let me invite hello, you are on, ma. Dr. Ayo, you are on. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, ma. Good evening, ma.
Okay. So please,
Always
can you hear
glad
me
to be
clearly?
here. Yes, ma. I can hear you
Okay.
clearly.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
Yes, ma. You're welcome, ma.
I also thank you for always being there. There are some friends and there are friends. There are sisters. This is like a friend and a sister, someone you can always count on at anytime, any day. So thank you so much, ma. And we do not take your time for granted tonight. And please, if you are on tonight, good evening. Please, let's get in there and tell others that we are on tonight. This is a very crucial and critical discussion, especially among women. So before you came in, I was just trying to do a brief of introduction. Okay, she's out. And I was looking at the statistics that had shown that about 6,000 thoughts daily. An average, an average person has over 6,000 thoughts. I know you are in the medical field, Dr. Ayo. So I was going through this thing. It's shocking that an average person has about 6,000 thoughts daily. Please, can you hear me, please? You are muted, ma. You are
Yes,
muted.
ma. I can hear you.
Okay, okay, yes, it's better now. So when it's saying that an average person has over 6,000 thoughts daily, and many of them are repetitive and negative. So that alone was like, what is going on? Meaning, this my mind, I process about 6,000 thoughts daily, and so and the most powerful thing is that we are not even thinking towards the positive things. Understand? It's a majority of them, they are repetitive and negative. And in the statistics, I noticed they said women are more likely to internalize stress, meaning they carry stress quietly. I can see somebody at the background. They carry stress quietly. So he said many women deal with emotional burnout, especially those that are caregivers, wives, mothers, leaders. So please, let's start from here, Dr. Ayo. I believe that the battlefield is in the mind. But as somebody who is into the medical, how powerful is this mind? How powerful? Maybe we are undermining this mind of ours, what is capable of doing. So recently I was reading The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And man, then I read as a man ticket, first, before I read The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And when I read The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph something, I begin to look at how powerful, and a lot of us don't even know how powerful this mind can be. And so I believe, because we don't know how powerful our mind is, many of us seems to derail and think more of the negative side of life and what is happening to us. Please, let's kick it off from there. What do you think about this our mind and about the statistics I've just read to you now? It is mind blowing. 6,000 thoughts in a day. Please, ma, over to you. Let's start the conversation from here.
Good evening, ma. I'm always happy to be back with you. It's always interesting, all these conversations on a Sunday night, beautiful Sunday night. So, we're talking about the mind. The mind is powerful, more powerful than we can even imagine or think. It's as powerful as what you feel in your mind can actually physically show in your body. So, for instance, if you feel anxiety, it can actually increase your pulse. your pulse can race if you're anxious. So some women come and they say, oh, I have palpitations, and then we are testing for all kinds of things. We are testing for thyroid disease, we are testing for heart disorders and all. And sometimes me in the consulting room, and then I get to see where the problem is. It's the mind. Something is going on, something is bothering them. That's where it's all coming from. And then they have palpitations. Who are strong in that if you have palpitations and you leave it unchecked for a long period of time, it can actually lead to high blood pressure, it can lead to heart failure, it can lead to problems in the heart. So, and then sometimes when we say, oh, I have headaches, I'm tired, that's stress that is speaking to your body, you know. And sometimes when we are scared, when we are afraid of some things, it can present as, you know, insomnia, difficulty with sleeping. When you are worried, thinking about so many things, with thoughts racing around your head, you are worried and all, and then it can present that way as inability to sleep. But the good thing about the mind, or to show you even how powerful the mind is that the mind is trainable. You can train your mind. So let's think about some things now. So we have some disorders that we call autoimmune problems or autoimmune disorders. So under it, we have SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus, some skin autoimmune disease, not just skin, affecting the whole body. Diabetes is an autoimmune disorder. Then we have some things like cancer. We don't know where, you know, the cause and all of that. But a lot of all these autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses a lot of them have been attributed to chronic stress. And that's why you see some of these things being more common in women than in men. So that's how powerful the mind is. I just want us to have this back view. So sometimes when you're anxious, when you're stressed, when your mind is racing, you have to call it back. When you bear in mind that, if I continue this way, this can happen 10 years down the line. Because stress response is chronic inflammation in the blood, in the body, and chronic inflammation is what has been linked to a lot of cancers, a lot of autoimmune disorders, a lot of chronic illnesses. You know, let's just start from there before we move forward. I don't know if Mrs. Benedicta wants to add something else, and then we move.
Okay, thank you so much for that insight into the medical world and stuff like that. So I want us to look want us to look at what this mental strength and emotional stability is all about. I think network has taken out our uh network has taken her out. So tonight I want us to look at when we're talking about the mental strength and also the emotional stability. So mental strength, I want us to know, is not pretending that you are fine. You understand now? It is the ability. We're talking about mental strength. Mental strength is the ability for you to control your thoughts, for you to stay grounded under pressure. That's what we mean by mental strength, and also to respond instead of reacting. A lot of us, we respond instead of reacting. So welcome back. My think network just threw you out, and I'm just trying to define what we mean by mental strength and emotional stability, so that many women and who are on can understand what we mean by mental strength and emotional stability. So talking about mental strength, we are not saying pretending to be fine. You know, it's ability for us to be able to take control of our thoughts, what goes through our mind. It also is the ability for us to stay grounded under pressure. Pressure will come. This is life. Life is very unpredictable. So we should, I always call it what we call shock absorber. I think the shock absorber we are talking about is like the mind, how prepared our mind is, how we respond instead of reacting. And if you see a lot of women, including me, no one, we are not talking, we that we are talking here, we are not talking from a place of perfection. Somebody like me, today something happened. We had a program. So in the program, we had medical personnel just do a simple checkup of high blood pressure and check your blood sugar level. I didn't know, I didn't want to go, but I said, okay, see, we organize this thing, my group. So let me just let them see me that we are not just telling other people to go there, then we are not going there ourselves. And I did the checkup, and even in fact, I have the reading in my bag, and the medical personnel told me, "Oh, this is not too good. Your BP is." I said, what is going on? I am not naturally. I don't have any high blood pressure. You understand? And I said, no, I'm just. Before I knew it, she said, "Oh, I check your blood sugar. Your blood sugar is not really too good, man." That kind of shock. I said, no, I'm very much. When you are very sure of your health, I say, before I do this, I'm 100%. I'm clean. I'm clean. So we are clean. And the lady asked me, when did he do proper all-round medical checkup? And I said, oh, it's been a while. She said, please, I recommend that you. She said, okay, lately have you been sleeping? And I begin to think. I said, yes, I sleep, but I do a lot of things. I said, no, I'm very stressed. And she said, yes. And I knew throughout the program, I just sat down in one place, and a lot of thoughts came through my mind. A lot of thoughts start coming through my mind. Oh, what am I doing to myself? What do I need to do? We react more than we respond most time. That is one of our problems as women. So emotional stability is not the absence of emotions. You understand? It's understanding your feelings. How did I feel after the medical checkup? I won't lie to you. It has been like a roller coaster. Like, what is going on? I want, if when I told you I was coming to meet you, I was trying to run away from myself. That is just the truth. It's very strange. I said, I'm coming over to you. Said, oh, no, there is no need. And really, there was no need, but you wouldn't understand. This woman is running away from something. Nobody is around. I said, let me run to Dr. Ayo. Let me go and sit down there first and start. The mind is a very powerful mind. So managing our reactions is very important. Not allowing emotions to control our decision. Just imagine that probably I didn't have somebody like who think, there is no need. And if you have the wrong people around you, it can even trigger the emotion on the negative side. Just like when I told you I'm supposed to come, I know you look, why is this person coming? You can get, if your light is up and you say the light is up, if this thing is up, the alternative, and you just please sit down, relax. And I need to relax. You don't understand. And a little bit of that rest means a lot. So strong women are not those who never break. I just open up to you and be vulnerable to you tonight. Every one of us have our moments when we are really down, but those who learn how to rebuild their thoughts, as she said, you need to trace yourself back to base. So let's look at it now. We have seen how powerful the mind is, how we react instead of respond. We do a lot of reaction instead of responding to situation. Can we look at what are some of these things that can trigger, what causes this, what did I put it, internal struggle? The mind is an internal struggle now. What can cause so much internal struggle, especially in women? Women, we do a lot, we carry a lot of burden. But the burden they never sent us, we carry it. Somebody will say, I learned on the friend, say, mind your business. You carry another. The Bible said, mind your business. The day I discovered a scripture in the Bible that said, mind your business, meaning it's very important. Women don't mind their business. And I think that I know that we care for everybody, want to carry everybody along, but we need to be very careful. So over to you, man. Let's begin to see where are the areas, the common triggers, this what's it called now? What we are talking about tonight, this internal struggle is an internal struggle. And Joyce Meyer said, the battlefield of the mind. The mind is the battlefield. So when you were mentioning all these women that had cancer, that had problems, sicknesses, do you know that when I was doing some research ago, some research some time ago, it said, I don't know, you're a medical person, it said 90 something percent of sickness, they are from the stronghold of the mind. And that I took that, and today when I got to know that 6,000 odd, 6,000, please man, what can trigger this negative and negative thought, and we know that these things, they are not good for us. So over to you, man. Let's look at some things that you feel in your own that can trigger this. Thank you, man.
So say guard your hearts, because out of it flows the issues of life. So everything goes through the mind. Everything goes through the mind. So one, like you said, we are women. We are carrying a lot of load. So we're being wives, being mothers, being sisters, being friends, being daughters, being granddaughters. You know, we're carrying a lot. We're carrying a lot. That's one. And all of this can be draining. So you have to cater to almost everybody. That's how it is. You cater to your parents, you cater to your siblings. You know, we're even carrying things that we should not be carrying. We are carrying people that we should not be carrying. That's one. Number two, apart from family responsibilities, we also have responsibilities in terms of professionally, career-wise, or business-wise. We're carrying that. We're carrying financial responsibility. So people will say, oh, it's the man. Yes, maybe the man provides, but you do the budgeting. When the money is not enough, you know where to shop, especially if you're not like some women that can ask and say, the money is not enough. Some women have learned to do that. And in fact, that's very good if you can do that. But some people don't know how to say, oh, it's not enough. And you have to plan. All of that is going through. It's still the same mind that you're using to calculate all those things. Then the pressure. Society puts pressure on women to hold it together, to hold everything together, to hold everybody together. That's one. Another one again is when you feed your minds with certain things, comparisons, being online, being on Instagram feed, and comparing your lives with that of others, to that of others. So those are some of the things that make you go through that, and then you start thinking about a lot of things. So these are some of the things that can stress you, can put you in panic, can make you feel like you're not doing well enough, can make you start, thinking all kinds of things. All of this, you can imagine all of this. If we take each of them and then break them down, you will see how much of it, you are facing by the time you dissect each one of it. But the thing is that all of us, every woman is going through this. That's the truth. Every woman we all have all of these problems. But the thing now is, how do we manage it? How do you prioritize? How do you remove the one that is totally not even supposed to be there? How do you schedule your time? How do you deal with some of all these things? How do you feed your mind with positive thoughts? And in all of this, you still have the negative thoughts telling you picked your child up late in school. The negative thought is telling you, you abandoned this child. Your child is the last person leaving school. You're this, this. And then you're not a good, you're not a good mother. Or you're supposed to pack lunch to school. You woke up late, you couldn't make lunch, and then you made indomie. And then another mother makes fried rice with chicken, with vegetables, with, the whole three-course meal. And then you are hounding yourself, oh, I'm not good enough. And then you go to work, and then they're hounding you at work. You're not delivering. You're not, are you the first person to have children? Are you the first person to, that is there. So all these things, all the negative thoughts, all the self-criticism, all of it going through your mind, those are the things that will give you panic, give you anxiety, give you fear, and cause you to be on edge, walking on eggshells. You'll be cranky and easily irritable, so you can flare up. All these things would always be there. That's just the truth. That's just life. All of it will always be there. But how do you manage it in such a way that you can go through all these things, be mentally stable, be emotionally stable, and to be able to respond like Madam Vene said, and not react? Those are the things that we're looking through. How do we deal with all these things? And I think that the first thing is to identify the triggers. You have to identify the triggers. You have to look at them in the eye and identify them as the triggers, as the things that are responsible for tilting you into one particular direction. If you cannot face your problem, then you cannot begin to deal with it. Because one of the things that we're going to be doing is to be able to talk back at those negative thoughts. When they talk to you, you have to open your mouth and speak back to them. That is just it. So, Madam Bennett, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma, for those things that can trigger. And one of these causes, one of the internal struggle causes, ma, I believe is past hurts. Women hold on to the past a lot. Past hurts that they were never able to process. You just wake up one morning and marriage is over. Just wake up one day and that child that was very close to you, and the child just said, mommy, you see me again. You just woke up one morning and maybe you are bereaved. A lot of things just happen like that. Betrayal, disappointment from friends. A lady told me one day, and she said, I stopped trusting people. You understand? That it doesn't matter who the person is, that she stopped trusting people, that her best friend, you understand, that she kept a little secret with, she let her secret out to people. And so therefore it brought her a lot of shame, you understand, that made her she'd have to relocate from the particular area and move to another place. So when she passed through that, she said, no, I don't think I can trust anybody anymore. I think one of those internal struggle, one of the causes is pains, betrayal, understand, past hurt that it's very quick. We are very quick to move on. I'm always scared when I see people quick to move on. You didn't really move on. You have a lot of things you are running away from yourself. Let me just put it like that. And a lot of women are running away from themselves. They don't want to sit down with themselves and heal. And when you don't heal, these pains accumulate, and it brings a lot of hurtful thinking, backward thinking. You understand now? Thinking that I'm not enough. Maybe you sometimes, we can always also think that the fault is from us. You know that many people think like that, and the fault is not really from you. It's just what you are dealing with. You are not in. So you feel, oh, this happened to me, it's from me. Don't know. It's not your fault. It's my fault. No, it is never your fault. You didn't allow time. The Bible says in Psalm 147 verse 3, he said, he heals the broken-hearted and binds up their wounds. Possibly you not allow God in to heal you completely. So she just a lot. You say a lot of things already in my mind, and part of them is comparison. Comparing ourselves to people. You see this social media. The social media fake life, a lot of fake life. And one thing, one day this thing is real. One day on social media, I stepped on one of my old school mates. You understand? That I was even academically better off that, and I see a lifestyle on Instagram. I couldn't but say, wow, hey, I need to think about my life really. Let's be sincere with ourselves. We are all humans. I begin to say, now what? But just because I have learned all these things, I have known that it's bad. I just say, okay, internet, social media. But you know what? We are humans. Something came and say, I said, Benedict, hey, are you sure you are not far behind? See, a lot of how will I need to do more for myself. I need to be better. Look at my mates. This thing is really, and a lot of pressure begin to come in. A lot of pressure, just like Dr. Ayobami said. She said everything I also wanted to contribute. Overthinking is the art of creating problems that we are never there. Overthinking is the art of creating problems that were never there. Is that true? Yes. Right? When we overthink sometimes,
Yeah.
some things creepy thoughts, before you know, yeah,
And
you
then
start thinking.
inability to say no and set boundaries. Women must attend every party and buy every ashrebi. Why will you not be stressed financially? I,
That
Ben, I think you
recently
are muted.
someone,
Okay, all right, I can hear
I'm in
you
that
now.
group that people, somebody say, oh yeah, let's contribute. I was telling the person, I said, I don't want to contribute again. I don't have anything to contribute. The person was shocked that, but you're always saying this thing before. I have changed the season of my life now. I don't want to contribute it again. I am tired. So let's look at the seasons of our lives. It's very important. Don't allow anybody to force things through your throat. We need to stop this thing and stop putting a lot of pressure. Some people go and buy shall be 100,000, and then you'll be thinking of, so don't even have the money. You now be thinking evil thoughts as if you are not enough. Then the husband that is on his own, jeje, you start pressure. See your mates over there. See what your mate you are doing yourself. So, and this social media thing is something we should really address. There's a lot of fake lives in social media, and with the use of
Mm.
this AI now, I can even print this my space and look like I'm in the moon. I can print this my space and look as if I'm in the moon. And by the time Dr. Aya will see me, will say, hey, where is Madam Bena? It's as if it's a lie. Women, wake up. Let's take care of ourselves. And another thing, Dr. Ebam, is unrealistic expectation. Or
Yeah.
women have a
Yeah.
lot. We do a lot of that. Unrealistic expectation. We want to be perfect mother, just like you said. I cooked indomie for my children. Then the other colleague in school brought fried rice. Or you came to pick, and that makes you a bad mother. You came to pick your children late in school. You are now feeling the guilt of, am I really parenting well? I'm a bad parent. No, let's stop this. Let's stop this. Unrealistic expectation. Perfect wife, perfect mother, perfect leader. You cannot be perfect. Stop it. We are not God. We are all working towards perfection. We are all work in progress. And by the time and when you fail, your mind, it's your mind that begin to attack you. You may not say
Mm.
anything. You just be driving, and the children in the car, and the mind will be telling you, see mother, you two are calling yourself, and maybe the child is going, come, mommy, you came late. You may not talk, but your mind is like walking around the clock. Hey, you are failed. You are failed. The child is even, it's devilish. I believe devil is in charge of this. Your child, and you see at that particular time, if you should go for your test, you see your blood pressure has risen so high. Oh Lord, emotions. We need to do better for ourselves, and also look at something, the spiritual neglect. We used to underrate and undermine the spiritual aspect of our life. When your connection with God, when it's weak,
Mm.
your mind become louder than God's voice. Whose report should you believe? Is the report of the Lord. When you are disconnected from your source, that is one thing that we should also put in place. When you are disconnected from your source, your voice, which is your inner voice, start getting louder. Then you see that the voice, God's voice, will start getting. And if God's voice in your life is getting slower and reduced, there is problem already. The scriptures in the book of Romans chapter 2 verse 2 said, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See now, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And we have just mentioned some of the situations that intensify this battle. Whether we like it or not, this is a battle. And the battle is real. And we all need to fight this battle. And we have just mentioned so many situations that can make it worse. If there is marital conflict, if there are financial pressure, Dr. Ayo mentioned, we say financial pressure. A lot of women, they are under financial pressure. I'm telling you, especially the economy now, the way the economy is, some women, especially those who are not doing anything as women, please, no matter how small, rise up and begin to earn an income. Things are no longer the way it used to be. I know you want to stay with your children, you want to do, please look for something doing, no matter how little it is. I heard some women complain, it doesn't give me money again. I'm struggling on my. You need to just rise up. And also, parenting stress is part of it. These are part of the situation that can intensify the battlefield. The battle that is the battlefield now of the mind. Is our mind is the battlefield, and in this battlefield, the enemy is after the mind. Hope you all know that the enemy is the mind, is our mind, and that is why the Bible said that we should guide it, that out of it flows the issues of life, just like Dr. Ayo just said just now. And you want to look at, Doctor, you want to look at sometimes, Dr. Ayo, lack of support system,
Yeah.
especially women, lack of support.
Yeah.
Please, let's talk about this support. What kind of support
Yeah.
do women really need? Because
Okay.
you see, sometimes some women think they have support because they have plenty friends, plenty family members. Please, let's talk about this lack of support
So,
that can trigger, that can also trigger uh, 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 this battle we are talking about. Over to you, ma'am.
okay. So let me talk a bit about the support system. So I like to tell women, or some women, I tell them, look, first of all, your husband cannot be everything to you. I think you are putting too much pressure on the man. It's just not possible. He cannot be your emotional cushion, your everything. He cannot do it. That's just the truth. So when we're talking about unrealistic expectations, I think we should start from there and stop thinking that he can fulfill every role. He was not meant to fulfill every role. That's just it. He cannot fulfill every role. He was not meant to fulfill every role. So when you look at now your support system, your husband is one, but you also need other people in your support system, family, friends. You need help. You need friends that can help you. You need family that can help you. Because now, Madam Bennett said every woman should find something to do, no matter how small. I believe so much in that. I I started working straight from, in fact, I was telling somebody recently that I have worked for almost 20 years of my life. Since I finished school, I have been working. I don't think I have gone on break apart from regular, maybe maternity leave and regular 1 month leave in the whole of almost 20 years of working. So you must find something to do. And the thing, it doesn't for your stage of life or for your season of life, it might not look like going to work every day. Sometimes you can be working from home. You should learn a skill. So yes, I'm a medical doctor, but I learned how to sew. I learned how to do makeup. I was doing bridal makeup when I finished youth service. I was learning how to sew during youth service. Because one decision I made very early was that Nobody was going to take earning power away from me. Made it very early as a young lady. Nobody was. So, in fact, in my own mind, I'm like, if this medicine does not work, tailoring will work. If tailoring does not work, makeup will work. If those ones don't cannot work, I can sell. A friend of mine once told me that I can sell a rat trap to a rat. I can sell anything. Come and meet me. But you must find something to do. Sometimes finding something to do can be working from home. You can sell from home, but just look for something, no matter how little, to do. I bought recently. I was trying to focus on feeding for my children, and I bought pap from somebody, Yanel Foods, yes, Mrs. Mercy. And normally I would make the pap, or I'll tell somebody to make it, and just buy. But I just didn't have a lot of time. Like, oh, let me buy it. And the pap was fantastic. That's just the truth. It just looks like pap, like, oh, you can make it. But somebody can actually do something and put like a fine touch in. I don't know what she puts in that pap. You can take it without sugar. And my daughter that I would force to take pap normally would take it. So what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't have to be something big. It's something so little. And this pap I'm talking about, I was talking to a friend just before I came on this corner. I was talking to her about the pap, and she's like, oh, how does she do it? I'm like, I don't know. Do you understand? And I'm going to talk to everybody. And then sometimes we have patients on the ward who are not feeding well, who feed on only pap. And I'm like, they can buy pap from this woman, because I want to ask her what she puts inside. But it's fantastic. Let me just say that. So what I'm saying is that what the point I'm trying to make is that something as little as making pap that I have been making. My parents are agriculturists. We used to grow maize and make corn and make pap from scratch. So I know how to make pap from scratch, but I've seen somebody that can do it better than me. So don't shortchange yourself. I don't know, maybe it is childhood trauma. I don't know what it is that a lot of women are carrying, imposter syndrome. We just shortchange ourselves and we think we can't do anything. And maybe you have been conditioned, and maybe culturally we have been conditioned not to be able to, or to think that we can't do much, and whatever it is, there's something, God created all of us uniquely and specially. You have your special gifts. You just need to find it. And finding it is not in lying down and thinking about it. That thing that you're doing every day that seems like nothing. You'll be surprised that there is gold there. Do you understand? So that's now this. I diverted a bit, into when I was talking about a woman should find something to do. Now let's look at support system. So now we are saying, oh, find something to do. So when you find something to do, who is helping you take care of the children? Who is helping you? Who is helping you look after, the home, or look after certain things? If you need to, do your business or move around and all. And not only that, now you are doing stuff. Who are you selling to? It is the members of your support team that you start to sell to first. In fact, one of the things I learned recently is, if you have a business and you want to go to a bank, or you want to go to like an angel investor, an investor to get the loan, one of the things they're going to ask you is, who have you gotten a loan from? Family, friends, all those things that you collect money from. Some of you collect money from your husband as loan, you never return it. Well done. All those things where you collect money from family as loan, you collect money from friends as loan, document them, because it is a track record that you collect loan and you return them. Do you understand? So now this is still your support system that we're talking about. I've diverted a lot. I've said support system about who is going to take care of your children if you're going to business. Now support system, you are now running a business. Who are you selling to? You're going to start selling from your support system, from the people around you. You start selling to them, and hopefully they advertise to the people that need, and they advertise to people that because if you are trying to, okay, I have this thing, how am I going to sell it? I know 5 people, I'm going to sell it to them. The ones who will not buy, I will force it into their hands to take. So now, I have bought pap. I have told like 2 people about pap. And I'm now on YouTube telling, maybe, I don't know how many people about pap. How many people are going to watch this thing about pap. And then they're going to start looking for this woman that makes pap that they can give to their children that is nutritious. That is another support system. Don't have friends that hmm, my circle of friends, I thank God. I think that is one thing I got right in life. Don't have friends that cannot give you anything. But the thing now is that for people to be able to give you something, that means you also have to be able to give. Because if you are not also giving, people are going to they're going to move away from you. So support system, who you're selling your business to, support system, people that you can get money from to help you with your business, not money that you will not return. Support system, people that you can leave your children with comfortably, people that can look after your children comfortably. Support system, emotional support. So she was talking, okay, we wake up one day, marriage has ended. Who are you venting to? Some of you are venting to your children. You're not supposed to vent to your children. So any whatever it is, some people are even in the marriage and are venting to their children, and that is wrong. So your support system also, who emotionally, your support system, and financially, your support system, physically, your support system, spiritually, your support system, who is praying for you when you cannot pray, who is praying for you on the days that you cannot pray, who is agreeing with you in the place of prayer. So after this, I think everybody should go and sit down and screen their inner circle and screen their support system. I mean, after this, you should be forcefully entering into some people's lives. Like, I must enter into your life by force. Do you understand? So, build the thing now is build yourself. Build yourself. Build yourself so that you can have people around. You can try and surround yourself with people who have also built themselves so that you can grow. You don't have 100 friends. There's nothing that you're doing with 100 friends. Some people say that if you can count more than one handful of friends, it's a joke. Have solid friends, people that you can depend on, people who can hold you, people who are not afraid of your success, people who are not intimidated by your success, people who are not jealous of your success. And it's not, I'm saying friend. Even in family, it can happen. And sometimes sometimes the people that hit you the most. So now we're talking about mental stability, emotional stability. The people that will hit you the most so much that you can crash are these people around you, family, friends, the closest of them. So that's why somebody can stop having friends and somebody's best friend can hurt them so much. That is why you have to be very selective of the people around you. And the fact that they're family or friends does not mean that they should have access to your life. You can be friendly, you can be cordial, you can be kind, but the person still does not have access. Some people, you feel like, oh, the way that I can show that I love this person is for the person to have full access into my life. Absolutely not. You can love somebody and the person will not have access into your life. Like I was telling somebody, I said you can love somebody and hold the person and walk down the prison and walk down the road to the prison gates with the person, and you love the person. Do you understand? And I think that as women, we should start learning how to do this, how to differentiate each of these, and set the boundaries for each of all of these people in our lives. Because sometimes most of our problems or most of this imbalance and mental imbalance, emotional imbalance are actually coming from the people around us. Yeah. So Madam Bennett, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Ayo. You said a lot. A friendship, building community is very key. You understand? Now, when you're talking about the pap, I quickly put it there. If you're interested in the pap, please, if you're interested in the pap, please reach out to us, any of us, so that is part of the community. And that is why there is something I learned very early myself. Nobody taught me, because where I came from, my parents, my mom would tell you, don't relate with anybody, stay on your own. For me, I learned that you cannot isolate yourself. Never. You cannot. Even God that created us, He created us as social beings. You understand? So you need to have people in your circle. Just like Dr. Ayo said, you need to have people in your circle. But it's now you have to be intentional. Not everybody, not even some family may not even be your closest family. I have learned something in this life, huh? That almost how many decades of my life, I've learned that family is not by only blood. You understand? There are some people you come across in your life, they will be closer than the family. You understand? So don't say, hey, this one is my brother, and they are hurting you. This one is my sister. You keep on sleeping in that space where they hurt you always. So you can be surrounded by people and still feel alone in your mind. Those are the wrong set of people. So I used to tell people are my assets, sincerely. People are my asset. And if you grow up in the West, they will say people are the clothes. When you say these clothes are wear, people are the clothes that we wear. Tayo is here. Now, when did I tell her? Yesterday. I know how many people there. I beg. But she anytime, any day. You understand? Those are people supporting what you are doing, cheering you on, always there for you. Have a community. That is very, we have said enough about this support, a support system. We all need it, whether in the fellowship, your place of work, your career, in different spaces of our life. Let us not neglect community. Belong to community who will support you and you also support. So I also write some things that the signs that you are losing the battle. Sometimes because we will round up, there could be some signs that you are already losing the battle. You understand? Of your mind. And some of the things I wrote here, we need to check ourselves is when there is a constant anxiety. It could point that you are already losing the battle. Because he said something at the beginning. When you notice that you are derailing, find yourself back. Anxiety can come in, but quickly address it and find yourself back on track. But by the time there are constant anxiety, it means you're already losing the battle. You need to check your mood swings also, irritability, emotional shutdown, negative self-talk, lack of peace. A lot of women are here in love. And you see this thing we talk about just now, having a community, having a support. Sometimes I get men that call, though some can call you 1 hour, 2 hours, 3. They know the solution. They don't want you to. They don't even want you to give them solution. They don't need somebody to just talk to. They not. In fact, as they are talking, they are discussing with you. They are giving solution. Me, I will just be listening. I say, hey, this one is talking. You are also giving the problem. You know your problem. You are giving solution to your problem, but they just need someone to talk to, someone who they trust, someone who can listen. And you see, their healing process will be faster than ever before. So as we are concluding today, let's look at how do we win this battle. This battle is real. I will never forget this. 6,000 thoughts in one day, meaning in 24 hours. 6,000. So if we divide 6,000 divided by 24, meaning every minute or every second we think a lot of, in fact, a lot of negative thought. So before I will allow you to talk, let me just put in my own how to win the battle. Number 1, Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. Say, think on all these things. If it is pure, if it is holy, if it is uplifting, say, think about this thing. Guide your mind. Guide your mind. How to win this battle? Guide your mind. Be intentional about what you allow into your mind, especially social media. Screen. This social media, it's crazy out there. It's crazy. And a lot of people, you've seen them using hours upon hours on this social media. Guide your mind. Anything that is not pure, don't allow it into it. Anything that is not good, don't allow it. Even the psalmist said it. Out of this mind flows the issues of life. You need to guide it. Guide your mind. Another thing you are going to do to win this battle is to renew your mind daily. Renew your mind daily. Renew your mind. That is why, as a woman, I don't even understand why a woman will not have a spiritual life, a personal relationship with God. I don't know how you people survive. Oh, maybe you are here, you are listening to, you don't have connection with God. You just wake up in the morning, you do what you want to do, you lean on your own understanding. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. I understand that there are sometimes situations, seasons of life can come that you may not be in the position to pray. That is what she said. Say, but do you have people in your circle that can raise prayer altars for you, that can raise intercession for you, and that can intercede on your behalf, even in the place of prayer, knowing fully well what you are passing through? When you disconnect yourself, everybody around you is disconnected. Nobody strengthen your hands in prayers anywhere. Then there is problem. Your mind need daily cleansing. I have a friend, a Dr. Frank, I say mind detoxification. I mean, detoxify your mind. Detoxify your mind. How do you detoxify your mind? Reading the word of God, prayers, your quiet time. So I mentioned two now. So Dr. Ibrahim can also say some things about how do we win this battle. This battle is real. The battle is real. I want you to also contribute to this. How do we as women win this battle that is real? Over to you now.
So I agree. Number one, I agree with the spiritual aspect of your life. You have to have, you just must have something that you hold on to that is higher than you. You know, for me, it's God. You can't do life. You cannot do adult life on your own. That's one. So you must have a solid spiritual life. That's one. Number two, before we get into when the things start. So number two will be the basic things of eating a balanced diet. Some of us, our eating habit is very poor. My eating habit can be very poor. Some of us are drinking Coke every day. Some of us are eating without fruits and vegetables. We can go a whole week without eating fruits and vegetables. So if you do not feed your body, feed your mind, especially as we're getting older, and certain nutrients are needed for bone density and things like that, and you're not feeding properly, it will tell. So exercise. You must exercise. Some people don't move their body at all. I don't understand how you just wake up, dress up, go out, come back, no form of exercise every day. Whether it's a 20-minute walk, a 10-minute walk, 10 push-ups, 20 squats, do something, move your body, because the body was meant for movement. So you have to move your body every day. That's one. That's another one. Then sleep. You need adequate sleep. Ideally, 7 to 8 hours, maybe 6 hours. And it is good if you can sleep around the same time every day, especially for women who are around menopause. Your hormones don't like the chaos and the instability that you do, sleeping at this time, sleeping at that time. If you can sleep at a regular time every day, wake up at a regular time every day, it's better for you. Going through menopause will be easier, or better for you. So we talk about eating a balanced meal, exercise, sleep, very important. Now, when all these thoughts come, when all of this anxiety comes, what do we do? Number one, you pause, you name it, because that's the whole emotional intelligence, emotional stability, mental strength, and resilience. It's your mind playing tricks on you. So you name it. You name these thoughts. Okay, this is what is happening. This is fear. This is anxiety. Those things are like demons. Oh, I've gone through anxiety, so I can tell you. It would be as if you want to literally run mental. So you name it. This is where this is coming from. When you name it, so that thought is telling you, I'm not good enough. You're not good enough. What is wrong with you? What is this? I mean, how do you think all these suicidal attempts and suicidal ideas and suicides actually happen? So that's where it starts, the thoughts coming. So you name the thought and then you talk back to the thought because it's talking to you. So you talk back, you're not good enough. Why am I not good enough? You're not good enough because you made Indomie and another mother made this. You're not a good mother. So you talk back to it. I'm a good mother. I show up for my child. I am loving. I I hug my child. I play with my child. I talk with my child. I made Indomie this morning because that is what I could do at that time. Tomorrow we're going to make a better meal. Some other time we're going to make a better meal. Yesterday he did not take Indomie. Or I made this particular meal because that is what I can afford, or that's what I could afford at that point in time. When I can afford more, I will do better. Things, when I can afford more, I will change the meal. When this is this, I will change. You talk back to it. This does not make me a bad mom. This is just the situation I am in at this point in time. This is just the season of my life at this point in time. I will adjust as it goes up. You have to talk back to it. So you just must challenge it. You must speak back to it. And it's not just once, you speak back to it regularly. And then another thing that you do is positive affirmations. I am bold. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am, I set positive boundaries. I am, I am a loving mother. You do the positive affirmations. And usually what I learned is that the positive affirmation is just not like one time, one day. So you take it like a prescription. That's the new thing I learned that I did not know. So your positive affirmations, especially when you go through these, they're like prescriptions. First of all, you have it pasted in like the important places, maybe on your laptop, by your bedside. When you wake up in the morning, you say it. And you say it like 5 times. So I am bold, I am beautiful, I am intelligent. I am bold, I am beautiful, I am intelligent. I am bold, I am beautiful. You say it like 5 times immediately after you wake up. Before you take breakfast, you say it again. After your breakfast, you say it again. Before you take lunch, you say it again. 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, like that. So those are some of the things that you do. That's positive affirmations. Now, breathing exercises. So you do breathing exercises to help you calm yourself. So you do breathing exercises, take a deep breath in. Some people say take a deep breath in for like maybe 7 seconds, 6 seconds, or whatever. Hold it for like 4 seconds and then breathe out slowly. So even the breathing exercises, you do it like 5 times and you do it like prescriptions. You do it when you wake up early in the morning, you do it before you eat breakfast, you do it after you eat breakfast, you do it before you eat lunch. They're like prescriptions, like that, like that, like that. Do it. Just try it for the next 2 weeks and do it. It's something that I have tried and I know that it works. It would seem like it's not working. It would seem like you're not doing anything. But all of a sudden, you just that all the things have disappeared. So breathing exercises. Then another thing is to keep your mind from wandering. You have to call your mind back. So there's this thing of um 5 things that you can see. So you look around and you mention 5 things that you can see because you have to make yourself present, at that point. I think 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear. I'm not sure again how it is. 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that no, it is 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things I think that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell also. I don't remember exactly what it is, but these are some of the things that you can do while you are going through it. So when you do that, it kind of draws you back from wherever it is that you have gone into the present. And then when you come into the present, you do the breathing exercises, and then you say a positive affirmation, and then you move. So you just keep doing this, but don't forget that your spiritual life has to be in place somehow. And then when you do not feel like praying is when you should pray the most. And sometimes we feel like we need to pray for 1 hour. No, you might not need to pray for you don't need to pray for 1 hour, because seasons of life differ. Sometimes you might have little babies, little children, and you do not have that time. They are sleeping with you. When you even wake up, they are waking up immediately. There was a time in my life like that. My children, I literally have to like tiptoe out of the bed. Because when you wake up, I don't know how it happens. They just wake up with you. There's no noise or anything. So sometimes you might have little children. You might not have the time to be able to wake up maybe 1 hour in the morning and pray, 2 hours in the morning and pray. But you can pray, you can talk to God. The thing is that, let me not even use the word pray. You can talk to God every day. As you're driving to work, you're talking to him, and he's talking back to you. If you're willing, if you're if you're calm enough to listen, he is actually speaking. If you listen, he's actually speaking. Or you can talk to him. You can talk to him in your mind. You can talk to him any time of the day. And that's, he really wants to have a relationship with us. So spiritual life, your physical life has to be in check. Healthy meals, exercise. And for my women that are over 30, especially over 40, we are losing muscle mass. Please lift weights, do strength training exercises. I hate it, but that's the only way we can live long. So please carry weights, carry dumbbells, do your squats, do your push-ups. It helps you to reduce your risk of osteoporosis later in life, your risk of falls later in life. So if you want to be a hot grandma at 80, please do your exercises. Then sleep. Sleep. Sleep is not overrated. It's, please, we need to sleep. A lot of us are not sleeping. Even when we are sleeping, if you have a watch that checks your sleep score, you see you're not sleeping well. A lot of us, because all kinds of things are going through our minds. Sleep. If you need to take certain supplements, take certain supplements, but check with your doctor so that you know what supplements to take. And please, your birthday gift, don't bake cake. Take the money every birthday after 40 and go and run a physical check on yourself as a woman. Do your thyroid screening, check your blood pressure, check your lipid profile, that's cholesterol, check your blood sugar, especially if you have a family history of diabetes, especially if you have big tummy, big tummy. That is a risk factor for diabetes. Check your blood glucose, check your HbA1c, that's glycated hemoglobin. Check what are the things important now for women. Of course, you can do the regular full blood count, but those things, blood sugar, blood pressure, lipid profile, thyroid function, those hormones, you check them. Do it, just tell yourself that that's your birthday gifts every year to yourself. That's what me I do. So, and I have a lot of friends that's what they do. Do it. And sometimes take yourself out. You might not have money to travel. You can do staycation. No, I hope you know that you can, in this your wherever you are staying, that your Lagos, carry yourself and go and stay in a hotel for 3 days alone. If you have babies, sorry, you cannot do it. In this phase of our lives, you cannot feel like Madam Benen. I can do that. You can decide to disappear into thin air and everything will still run the way they are running. Anyway, that, and then we've talked about what to do when all of this anxiety comes up, the breathing exercises, positive affirmations, and things like that. Oh, and journaling. Please, let's journal. It's very important. Journaling has saved me. It's cathartic. You can put all your thoughts. I know some of us are afraid to journal. I was telling somebody, I said, this is my brain. I don't want anybody to enter inside it too, because all the things that are inside. So some of us, we don't even want to journal because we're afraid of we're afraid that people will see what we write. But please journal. Yeah, it helps. I was talking to somebody recently, a young lady, she lost her job and she was just complaining. I said, journal, just journal. And she was looking at me like, and I said, just try it. So I heard that from Oprah Winfrey many, 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 many years ago. I remember many, many years ago, and she said, journaling is cathartic. It just purges you, kind of journal as much as you can. I am not very regular with journaling, but I know that it helps. So I think those are some of the coping mechanisms. And exercise. So if you, I don't know anybody who has gone to exercise and after exercise they are feeling depressed. I don't know, because exercise releases endorphins, which are feel good hormones. Do you understand? And so exercise, those are some positive coping mechanisms. They are better than eating. Some people have used food as our coping mechanism. Please, let's try and get healthier coping mechanisms to be able to go through all of this. So that's it. Just know that the next woman is going through what you're going through. You're not alone. And sometimes just talking might make you realize that you're not alone. And the next person might actually have the solution to your problem. So keep your community tight.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you. She has said it all. Even the one that I wanted to say, like rest, she has said it: rest, exercise, sleep. Sleep. You are already talking to me. Rest. Let's rest. Rest is spiritual. Even God rested. Abi, God the Father, he rested. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. And the Bible says day 7, he did what? He rested. So let's have a lot of that. Speak life over you. Set boundaries. Dr. Obama has said everything. Say, talk about it. Don't internalize things. Let's talk about it. And I think that is what we are going to be shutting down tonight. But I want us to know that your mind is the battlefield, and you need to win. You need to win it there. Win this battle, women. Win this battle. So I also said something when we started. Peace is not the absence of problems, but the absence of control. And a renewed mind produces a stable life. If your mind is renewed, it can invariably you have a what? A stable life. You cannot have a peaceful life with a chaotic mind. You cannot have a peaceful life with a chaotic mind. Yes, thank you. Yes, so talk about it. Yes, it will help you. Talk about it. Talk. Don't analyze it. Talk about it. Thank you so much. So today there are some reflection questions I wrote down here. So it will help you to really think to think thank you so much. So to really think about some things. What thoughts have been controlling my life lately? What thoughts has been controlling my life lately? Another reflection question I would like you to ask yourself is, what am I holding on to that I need to release? What is it at this point in your life that you are holding on to and you need to release? And another one reflection question you need to ask yourself: when last did I experience true peace? True peace. You know something, Dr. Ayo? Some people can be quiet and they look as if they are so it's so peaceful, but there's not really peace. So their mind is chaotic, but they look quiet. I'm quiet and that. So I'm always supporting quiet people. I say this one is nice. I'll say quiet. You meet people like us that talk. We have peace. We have peace in our mind. We don't even know how to. I don't know how to keep peace. I cannot. I have people that I can discuss any aspect of my life with, and I thank God for that, for relationship. I have people that we can. Somebody, I was talking to somebody 2 days ago. You know the person I'm talking about now for the birthday stuff, and we were just talking. I was saying that I said, "Are you and the time this?" Like I said, you were not talking about parents and mom and all those things. She was not talking. I said, how the woman, she was telling the woman, her daughter was telling her, the mom now that mommy, that is your time. Oh. The mom was asking, what do you mean? Then the mom, that is the grandmother now of the girl, now saying, she you used to tell me that I am old school. My time has passed. So your daughter too is not telling you. You are, you are now seeing it in, you understand those kind of things. You are not seeing it in another. And I told her anyway. I said we used to discuss our old women, our mamas. So I was just saying, I said, that we can discuss. So we discuss some. They have some similar things. They have some way they behave and all those things. We are just talking about that. So you have people you discuss. Yeah, we have people. You actually have people you discuss some things. It is very, very important. Please, when last did you experience true peace? True peace. You have to be. So what is God saying about my situation that I am ignoring? What is God saying about your situation that you are ignoring? Dr. Ayo has said everything tonight. So, Dr. Ayo, thank you for coming up tonight. What is your last? What do you have to tell these women here? As a medical practitioner, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as an auntie, because we have different categories of women tonight. What do you have? What do you have for them? What is your last word for everyone tonight? What they should take home tonight as regards their mind, the battlefield is the mind. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Bene. So what I want to say, a couple of things, but the main one is one, you are not mentally weak. You are not. You are just overloaded mentally. You are not mentally weak. You are just overloaded mentally. So when you have this, or when you tell yourself, I'm not mentally weak right now, I'm just mentally overloaded. So the next thing that you want to do is to unload, which is, I just want us to have that. So when you have that mantra and you can tell yourself, oh, I'm not mentally weak, I am just mentally overloaded, then you now begin to unload, and then you now begin to address each problem critically. You have to name it. So when Madam Bennett was saying most of us will run away from ourselves, don't run. Sit down, name the emotions, name the feeling. The fact that we are telling you now to be mentally resilient, we're saying be emotionally stable, it does not mean that there will be no chaos. There will be. If there is anything, God has promised us that we will meet trials and tribulations. We have been promised that. So take it. It is in the Bible. So just take it that it will happen. But the thing now is to sit down, name it, speak to it, and then move forward. That's just it. So you're not mentally weak. Women are not mentally weak. We are strong mentally. That one I know. So that's what I'm going to leave all of us with this night. And thank you so, so much for having me.
And so I'm always delighted in having you here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, let's thank Dr. Ayo. If you are blessed tonight, please put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Let's begin to celebrate us. So tonight, I want to thank you so much, Dr. Ayo, for being with us tonight. You have been a blessing,
Thank you,
always
ma.
been a blessing. This is your second time coming up this year, and we're celebrating this woman. And Dr. Ayo, she is a dermatologist. Yes. So if as women, know we love our skin a lot. So if you want to have good skin, good hair, so we have somebody in our community here you can always reach out to. So that is a specialist in that. Anything about your skin, about hair, so you can, she is somebody, you can see the way she's calm, very calm. Speaking, it's not like me. Me. That is very calm. That is how she is. So you can be sure that she's going to take care of you very well. So if you're interested, you can always reach out to us. So today is not just a teaching, it is a call for transformation. A call for transformation. You cannot continue like this. We have said a lot within an hour plus. So please don't allow all what we have said to be in vain. We want you to do the work. We want to see women who are mentally stable. We don't want to see women who their lives are being cut short just because you have too much, you are too mentally overloaded. So you deserve peace, you deserve clarity, you deserve emotional stability. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ayo. And but it cannot happen by chance. It will happen by decision. and that decision you have to take it yourself. So it have to happen. It's your decision to take. Make a decision to take. Take that responsibility for your mind. Know that this mind is a battlefield. Second Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, the Bible says, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of sound mind. Just like she said, women, you are mentally sound. Very, very. You are not weak at all. We are just overwhelmed. We are not weak. And today, I want you to begin to win again. So and this is how we are closing in for today. And thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you are blessed. And so if you want to join a community, so in here we have Deborah Empowerment Hub, we have the Deborah Mentorship Circle, we have the, maybe you're a pastor's wife or a minister's wife, we have an academic community, or you know any pastor's wife or minister's wife. A lot of them, they are not being trained. That is why you see a lot of them. I get a lot of message from these women, and I know a lot are dying in silence. Maybe you know that pastor wife, that minister, pastor's wife, that minister's wife, and you think she needs to be rebranded. She needs to come and hear what God has in stock for her, and not to die inside church, using church as a cover up. You know, they use church as a cover up a lot, but inside they are dying. So this is the time for you. Invite that pastor wife, invite that pastor's minister's wife to the program coming on the first. And so if you're interested in joining a community of women, we pray together, we look out for each other, we encourage ourselves to be better. So you can come to join us. So that's why we are closing tonight. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me read some comments. Thank you so much, Dr. Ayo, Ms. Benedicta, for the initiative and insight. This is really awesome to learn from you tonight. This message is for me tonight. It's me tonight. More grace and God be with you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I'm more blessed.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you for the comments. Thank you very much, Pastor
Bye.
Benny. May God bless you really good. Yeah, thank you. I want to read people's comments. Thank you very much, woman of God. Thank you. So tonight, this is where we are going to draw the curtain. Thank you, my darling sister and my friend, for coming in tonight. I do not take your time for granted. Thank you so much. God bless
Yeah,
you.
you
And
okay.
every one of us have a good night rest.
She,
Bye.
Helen, what's the problem? I was not hearing you people. What happened?